Another thing that we can notice here in this code is that when we are displaying the results, and this is now hidden very, very deep, for draw result, everything is fine because we are not using player names. For ongoing result is the same, we are not using player names. However, for advantage result and for win result, we are hard coding the player names. So obviously this is a bug. As always, when we have a bug, we should start with a test case. And one of the test cases here can be that now we are changing the name on the second player, and we can see that Jakub was expected, but it's player 2. So now we are on red, and we should be on red for a very short period of time. So even now I'm not sure if I should be on red or I should comment out this code and only later make it running. And that's because you don't want to be red for a long time, because you will not notice if you break something else. But I will try to follow the code and try to fix this. And the fix is that we should have in the advantage code, so we are only fixing this one. We don't have a test case for this one yet. So ideally, we would like to say that player 1 and player 2, actually we only have a test case for player 2, so let's not go too far. We need to have access to player 2 name, let's say like this, and let's make it an IVAR. So it means we want to have access to player 2 name, and we are expecting to get it from here. Okay, and then when the advantage result is called, we are expecting to have player 2 name, sorry. So if it's player 2, I should actually switch the order. I want to have those things together. Let's go there and fix it here as well. Okay, here the order doesn't need to reflect the same. Okay, so if it's player 2 name, then we should have player 2 name. And we are already seeing that there's something not perfect, because we are kind of passing this variable very deep into the stack. And this is a smell, but for now I'm focusing on fixing the bug, even if it's temporarily ugly. And in here we want to pass player 2 name. Running the tests, and it's green, so this is fixed. But now it would be nice to have also an excuse, so a test for fixing the player 1 name as well. Yeah, that should be it. Yes. All right, so now what we want to get, again, I'm going from the bottom overall. So I want to have advantage player 1 name. This means I want to have player 1 name like that. Let's group player points 1 and player 1 name together at the list of parameters, and advantage result should get player 1 name, which means you can see I have always this 80 characters line here, and it's not a hard rule for me, but whenever I cross these 80 characters, it should get me into thinking that there is something wrong with this code. Potentially, it doesn't have to be, but potentially. So player 1, player 1, player 1, player 2, this is good, and player 1 name should get from here, and player 1 name from here. So that's green. It means I have this advantage code working. Let's see what we can do with this code later in the next video.